Typically, survival games will have you glued to your screen for many hours at a time. And in this video I will show you the 10 best survival games for Android and iOS that you should play in 2022. So without any further ado, let's get started. The first game of this video is Last Day on Earth Survival. The game takes place in 2027 when a viral pandemic has devastated the human population. The city has been most devastated, and staying alive is a difficult effort because of the hordes of zombies that have risen from the dead. You must devise strategy and manage limited resources to ensure your survival. Next up we have Days After. The zombie survival game Days After has a name that sounds quite similar. When living in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by zombies, everything else pales in comparison to avoiding being devoured alive. Although it's undoubtedly terrible to have to endure a zombie apocalypse, know that you're not alone. Number 3 we have Raft Survival, Ocean Nomad. You are in the middle of the ocean with nothing but a raft after an aircraft disaster. Having food and water isn't enough if you're adrift at sea. You also need to be able to protect yourself from the sun, bad weather, and sharks. Fish, rope, wood, metal, and thatch are all objects that may be salvaged from the water and used to construct essentials for survival on your raft. Next up we have Westland Survival. Playing as a cowboy trying to avoid being killed by bandits, you'll find yourself in a dangerous world in this Android survival game. These crooks have a wide array of weaponry and have set up a variety of traps to try and capture you. Gathering materials for home and evading guard ambushes are two of the main challenges in this area. Next up we have Life After. It's an MMO with a focus on open-world gameplay and zombie survival. The only goal is to avoid death. You'll need to find food, craft weapons, and build a home for yourself. Toss in the grind, guilds, zombies, insane PvP, plenty of player-driven content, randomized treasure chests and boxes, and regular content releases. And you have one of the best sandbox survival games available. Next up we have Last Pirate Survival Island Adventure. In this pirate survival adventure, you'll find yourself starting out alone and helpless on a deserted island teeming with dangerous wildlife, including bears, skeletons, zombies, and sea monsters. The objective is to survive long enough to escape the horrible island. As you explore the island, you'll need to make your own gear and weaponry, as well as take on challenges to level up. Next up we have Frostborn Action RPG. It's important to note that Frostborn isn't your typical survival game. It also has MMORPG and cooperative components. Midgard, an ancient Viking kingdom long since deserted and plunged into darkness by the goddess Hel, serves as the game's backdrop. Gather supplies, make weapons and armor, and construct a stronghold as you fight to stay alive and reclaim Midgard. Next up we have Let's Survive. The new offline survival game is called Let's Survive, and it has ash, horror, zombies, mutants, and thugs. An open-world survival game where only the strongest and most cunning players will make it. If a zombie apocalypse ever hits, the only rule left to follow is to stay alive. Try to get materials and tools, and make a variety of weapons. Next up we have Stormfall Saga of Survival. Not all survival games include a zombie apocalypse or a world overrun by the undead. I realize this still isn't a wonderful circumstance, but at least there aren't any zombies around, and so it's good to forget about The Walking Dead and go back to a period when it was a group of furious people sending you out into exile. The last game of this video is Grim Soul. In this game, you'll have to hold out against waves of terrifying foes who emerge from the night. In addition to trying to stay alive, you'll also have to rescue other people and hunt old, strange locations for wealth. What's more, you may have a blast by constructing a safe haven where you can stay alive. The constructed headquarters may also be used to store loot. So that's the list of 10 best mobile survival games to play in 2022. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel Games Geek and press the bell icon for more gaming videos.